Let's bring in our Gaza correspondent again. And Rushdie, in terms of what you are hearing from those talks in Doha, tell me a little more.
Yeah, it will go into effect on Sunday, next Sunday. We'll start with Hamas handing over 3 hostages. And we already understand on the ground in Gaza there was a delegation from the ICRC, which most likely going to be taking this job of the exchange of handing over. We have seen that before back in November in the first ceasefire agreement, and we might see this again in Gaza. It will start by Hamas handing over 3 hostages in the first place. Then Israel will start moving out its tanks from highly populated area. With 7 days, Hamas will have to hand over another 4 hostages, and Israel then will start to allow hundreds of thousands of people who are displaced from the north to go back to their homes and villages and towns in the north through a security checkpoint by foot only from the coastal road. And then within 20 days, people with cars will be allowed, because Egyptian and security and Qatari security delegation should arrive in Gaza and start to set up scanners and X-ray machines and process about 4,000 cars, we understand from mediators, every day from south into Gaza. Part of this, which is very important for the people of Gaza, is about 600 trucks of aid and medical supplies will be allowed into Gaza, because we understand that part of the deal, there is a humanitarian protocol to allow aid and medical stuff into Gaza. Not only this, but allow people, sick people, cancer patients and people who badly injured in the war to be treated outside Gaza through Rafah crossing. Well, the Israeli troops will remain in Philadelphia corridor, but they will withdraw within a kilometer from Rafah crossing to allow Egypt to work with Palestinian Authority to reoperate the crossing. And also the Israeli troops will remain in a buffer zone around the eastern and northern border for about 700 to 800 meters inside Gaza. A lot of details, but for now in Gaza, it's a sense of joy, mixed feeling. People are waiting for this night for over 400 days, and for them now, it's a night of celebration, despite the Israeli airstrikes were continue, and in the last half an hour there was 2 Israeli airstrikes in the south. But the sound of bombs are mixed now with the sound of people screaming, celebrating, waving flags, and it's a sense of joy tonight.